Okay, so I wanted to show you my result, what I was able to accomplish. I'm in this long journey of restoring this picture. I was able to progress a lot, and I am very close to finish it altogether, enhancing and colorization. But for now, I just wanted to show you one thing at first. When opening this image, there were hundreds of different kind of enhancements or recoveries or enlargements or partial of all of what I just said, and so on and so forth, to be able to enhance it or improve it. And basically on some of the images as well as the source one, we'll show you what is happening when you click on the image. So dark and bright. So you see it's dark. Wait a minute, and this is the same goes in here. Wait a minute here. So we'll show you again. Dark and bright, and dark, bright. Again, dark, bright. So the original state was is in dark. It's a very dark scene. All of this image, a lot of dark areas, and overall the exposure is not high. And in some cases, when you go, it's first provide you a preview of the original state, but then suddenly changes it to much brighter. Doing it automatically. I'm not sure why, but only on some of those files. I'm not sure why. So this is it. But now I'm going to show you what I was able to accomplish. So I started with this low resolution, which is vid, right? Yes. So I started at this low resolution. Where is it? This one, yes, neg 481. This is the original file. As you can see, 660 and 453 pixels. So a very small resolution, very small. So I'm going to open it up in here, and as you can see, when I'm enlarging it, you can sense the vibe, what this face should be. For instance, this is an old lady, at least I believe 50-60 years old. This looks like more like a young woman, maybe 20, with a relatively short hair, as well as this old woman, short hair. So a man, old man, a boy or a little bit older, a woman, a man, probably a girl or a woman, I'm not sure, but young maybe. This is a man, like 40-50 years old, I mean just a man. This is a boy, like 10 years old or whatever, old man. This is 40-50 years man, but fat, chubby. This is another old woman, and so on and so forth. It gives you the sense of what kind of a face should it be. The matter of the texture of the face, the wrinkles, the direction of the face, where she or he look. So most of the faces are pretty much toward to the camera, like a portrait picture, but some of them are like a profile picture. So for instance, This one is looking to the right and a little bit downward. And this little boy leftward. This man left. Where again? This is another woman, but only the hair and the torso, so to the right. Another maybe to the right, maybe to into the camera. I believe it's into the camera. This woman looking upward, like this, basically. This one also a little bit upward, just a little bit, and diagonal. This to the left, and also this one upward and 45 degrees, like something like this. So, and I can go on and on. So this is the original face. So I enhanced it, because enlargement is only to make the same kind of image just to be larger, but that's it. But when you do enhancement, it basically provides more details, and but the better term is to use upscale. Upscale is like the combination of enlargement and enhancement at the same time, because enlargement is just to make it with a larger resolution, but the details are the same as the source image. But enhancement is to provide more details. So basically, in one word, is to upscale it. So our upscale this insanely small picture from this state into this state, much larger. So now I'm going to show you the differences. Enter. It's a bit low, whatever. And the current resolution is 10,560 and 7248. So it's much larger. And now I'm going to zoom in and I will show you the differences. Now what I did, because this is pretty dark, I just made another one that it is the same as this, or the source, which is this is the source, but brighter, that we will be able to see all of the different faces more properly. So as you can see, let's go face after face. And you know what? Let's do the same thing for the background screen. Where? Yes, screen. So now you will be able to see how good was my enhancement, my upscaling. I meant. So this is 1. This is 2. It's not exactly the same nose and mouth and eye, but it's fairly okay. So like I said, a man, another man, a woman, man. This is a maybe 10-20 years of a girl. So roughly young or a little bit older. This is a boy looking to the left. Like I said, a girl in her 20s maybe, and an old lady, not that old, but fairly old. Let's continue to the rest of the faces. For instance, this turned out to be awesome. This is also quite awesome. This is also probably quite okay. This is fairly in good condition. I mean good enhancement. This one is okay, not the best, but it's hard to enhance this picture. I think it's supposed to be with glasses, I'm not sure, but anyway, it's a fairly okay restoration. I'm pretty much happy with this and with this face. Also very pleased with hair, and hair. Even more than fairly pleased, maybe I'm very pleased with it. This is okay, not the best. The same goes with her. Now this one in behind is fairly okay. Those two were quite easy because they are much larger faces, so easy to recover. In matter of glasses, the frame here look much more and close to the way that it's supposed to look like, but here maybe it's not exactly the same, but okay. This is, I'm not very happy with the result here, because you can see if eye, nose, wait a minute, eye, nose, and probably a mouth here. But it wasn't easy for me to be able to achieve this kind of result, and I'm still not sure what kind of a face it should be. Anyway, this is, I'm quite pleased about this face. I think that those three are quite okay as well. Here was much harder for me, but as you can see that all of those faces all together are quite okay. And here, this is awesome, also very good. Those are the large faces, so of course they will be okay, so I don't need to show you the results. This is turned out to be amazing. This is also good. This one is very hard because it was behind the hand here, so it was hard to recover this eye properly, and the entire face. Here you can't see even a mouth here or a proper nose, but after a lot of work I was managed to get into this state, so it's much better. Maybe it's not exactly the same, but okay, whatever. This is quite a good recovery. Also, it wasn't that easy, but much better. And I will want to show you it in much larger, that you will be able to see the details much better. So you can clearly see that this is a dimp in the face, or a mustache, a narrow face. So you can sense the vibe of what kind of a face it's supposed to look like. So you see, this is fairly good recovery. Of course, I will never know if what I did was proper, because I don't have the original image in high quality, in high resolution scan, but because this 600 and 400 pixels, this is what I have, so I did the best that I could from that state. Some faces you're getting the vibe, and you see that this is a very good recovery, or at least good enough. This, at the beginning, I didn't thought that I will be able to recover, because here this is look amazing or pretty good. This one you can't see, you can barely see anything in here, because at least in this case you can see a mouth, a nose, the nostrils, and the eyes are shut, and an ear, and so on. So you can see that this is a very good recovery. But from here, you can barely see a face here. So from time to time I thought that it's not a face entirely, that it's something else. But luckily, in some of the steps, on the later steps in this recovery, because I've done way above 600 different kind of steps. So after so at the last steps, somehow I was able to create this kind of a recovery. Not sure if it is good or bad, and I was not able to eliminate those white circles that could represent glasses, a glare in the glasses, but in matter of recovery it looks interesting. Because if you go now more closer, you can say that maybe this is the glasses, maybe this is nose, and maybe this is a face or whatever. So not sure about it. So anyway, let's go and show you here in more details. Now those faces, I didn't recover them 100% with the eyes and nose and all of it, because the figures behind the window, regardless if the window is open or not, that there is a glass in front of them, and thereby the face should be blurred out. Anyway, they are very far away, and the faces in any case shouldn't be recoverable. So I only wanted to create some kind of a form that it will look like a person, but that the face will not be recognizable, because they shouldn't be recognizable. But this is what I've created here in those faces. This is very good. Maybe the nose here is supposed to be a little bit upward, because maybe the nose is here, and the eye is supposed to be a little bit narrower, maybe, because you see the lines here and the line here. You see that this is those areas of the eyebrows. So it's kind of a good recovery, but if it is good enough, I'm not sure. And when thinking about it, you see this person, okay, clearly looking toward the camera, but you can see that there is one shoulder here and another shoulder, but much higher here. So what I think is there is one person from this area of the shoulder. This is the torso, the second shoulder, the left one, and the face. And I think that this area is supposed to be another person pass by him to the right direction. So this is probably the hair of this person, or a woman, whatever. So I think that there should be another one behind her, but I'm not sure. What about this? So you can see this is a mustache, and I think this is the best vibe. This looks spectacular, I believe. Also quite okay. Here I'm pretty happy with this. This is also quite okay. Okay, I didn't say more than okay, because it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. This is pretty good. The nose should be a little bit upward, but Overall, this is a good recovery. This is fairly okay, the best that I could have done. I will go back to those in a second. This turned out to be eventually amazing. About here, so for at the start I wasn't sure how many faces there are in the whole image, but after a little while I figured that. So first of all, this is a fairly good recovery. You can see that the mouth and the nose and the eyes are a little bit shifted away, but this is okay. This turned out to be amazing, or pretty good. And while working on this image, I found out that this is another face, only the forehead and the hair, and here I was able to recover partially the eye here, so now it looks much better. And this is up closer. You see, it's fairly okay. Both of them are in a pretty good recovery. What about this? When I'm enlarging it, when I'm zooming it, I mean, this is quite good. Here, this is very good recovery, I think so. When you zoom out a little bit, then you can see it a little bit better. Sometimes you can see something better from from far away rather than zooming too much. But sometimes you need to zoom in a lot to see the differences. This is quite okay. Also quite okay. The same goes for here, just a blurred and basic figures without any kind of details because it's behind the window here. Here, this is the best that I could have done. No one application software, whatever, was able to figure it out that this is a face. So I've make it as best as I could. This is a nose. This is supposed to be some kind of an eye and the forehead. And here, somewhere here, is the face. Is the mouth. It is much better than the original state. But there are more to do here. But this is the best that I could have done. And this is it. Okay. So if you go in here, you can see how good was I, because here you cannot see the nose and maybe a little bit the eyes, but when you go when you zoom out a little bit, now you see the face much better. So sometimes when you look on stuff and you are too close, you basically can't see anything so you need to zoom out. And there's a big difference when you zoom out like this. Also not good enough, but from here, oh, now it's suddenly much better. So whatever, so this is it. Yes, so what I wanted to show you is wait a minute. So this was the Source Bright, let's say that this one. So I started with this, and then I created using some kind of an AI to create something. In AIs there are many different kind of ways to restore image. Sometimes the process is being called enhancing, sometimes it's being called recovering, sometimes it's upscaling. and there are different kind of terms that are not necessarily the same thing. In most cases, enhancement is just to make it better in more details, but recovery, usually, it's to try to take the original image and to improve the original state, not to create something new, which is being done in enhancement, but in recovery, it's to try to create it as close as possible to the original. So this is the recover, what I try to do, and this was a very important step that provide me the know-how of this and how to recover this image much more properly, because here I wasn't maybe sure how this face and the other faces should look like, and once I have this recover, you see this is different, completely different. The same goes for here. So you see it's not the same nose, but you can fairly see the details of the faces better. And here I can. This is the first time that I've seen that this is for sure a face. So you can see that. So this was a major step that provide me much better ability to recognize the faces and the way that they should look like. It's not the best. My recoveries in some cases are completely different than this. But at least in some cases it's provide me a good starting point how to recover it properly. You see, some faces are good, some faces are not exactly the same, but relatively it gives you the knowledge in what way should it be recovered. And this is eventually what it turned out to be. So as you can see, it's not exactly the same, but here with when you in this case, where is it? When here you don't see where the face ended, where exactly is the hair, where it ends. I mean, here is one side of the face, but where should it end here? The same goes for this one. Where is supposed to be the forehead exactly, and where should it end? So this give you the pretty much the boundaries of the faces. So this is really helped me a lot. But as you can see, at the end of the day, I changed the faces. This is not. It's similar, but not exactly the same. So anyway, and also in matter of those details of the window and the decoration here. So this is the source, nothing to show, and this is much in better details. So this is the final version, the enhancement, 16 times over, and then I started the colorization. So as you can see, This is where I was able to get to. So the shirt here is good. The skin color of most of them are quite okay. But I need to change the wall there to be much brighter, more white, and those decorations should be much greener. The pants here, maybe I suppose that it should be green, but it's relatively much more advanced. So I started from here, then enhanced it, and this is the colorization that I was able to reach until now. I will take a few days of a break perhaps, but I will continue to work on this. And I need to work on the clothes as well. As you can see, his shirt, one side is purple and the other side is gray green kind of color, and maybe I want to change his shirt to be green, blue, whatever. So this pants is good. The shirt is okay, but the right side of the hand, the right sleeve is not good. It's supposed to be the same color, so I need to fix it. Here, maybe the color could have been proper, but this is a little too white, and here is also much wider than comparing to the rest of the shirt. So I need to balance it out to be white, of course. So like this or like this kind of color. This man, the shirt here is basically very good. I think that the watch here, I need to change it into black. Here there are the same arrows. This is a little bit pink, so maybe it's okay, but here it's a little bit yellow, so I need to make them the same. His shirt, Simcha Levin, Sashka. This is the person called Simcha Levin, or in nickname Sashka. So his one is already finished. It's I think it's good. This is done. This is pretty okay. She is one. This is also quite good. I think that I'm happy with her, him, and him as well. I'm fairly okay with him, and him, but I need to check it again. And the windows here are not supposed to be in green accent, but supposed to be in the grays accent. I mean, basically almost pitch black, but for sure not green. So this is it. One of my hardest pictures that I've ever tried to enhance. So source now, and source and now. I need to work on the skin texture a little bit better, because it's supposed to be a little bit more pink, more skin kind of color. And here, so this is what I wanted to show you, and that's it. I'm very, very, very hope so that I was able to enhance it properly. This is the best that I could have done. I can work on more on this, but it will take me additional time. I'm already working on it about 2 months, which is a lot, 60 days. So this is, and so I'm going to finish the colorization and I will upload it. Also into my Facebook account. But that's it. So bye bye.